Oh, do we have some shit to discuss?
I'm new and improved.
We'll see. What's going on, everybody? Well, as promised months ago, I'm going to keep giving you guys updates regarding this Child's Play TV series as well as the remake. We just got the trailer for the remake. If you haven't seen my reaction for it, definitely check that video out. Had a lot to discuss with that. Very excited for the remake. And now we have some more news regarding this sci-fi television series. It's going to be 8 episodes. I don't know when. Hopefully by the end of this year, maybe October, sometime in there. But we got a few more details regarding this Child's Play TV series that I've been skeptical, to say the least, about. But before I even get into that, first of all, look how badass this is. If you are a fan of Sideshow collectibles, they have this for sale. It cost me like 70 bucks because I had some credit, but I think it's like 90. It's from Child's Play 3.
My real name is Charles Lee Ray.
Got a whole bunch of different little catchphrases. And Child's Play 3, as you guys know, is the movie that got me into horror and made me the horror fanatic that I am now. So I could not resist getting this. So I wanted to show you guys that. But also, in regards to the Child's Play franchise, I've got a new t-shirt out. The great Woody Bowen came through as always. He surprised me with this little design that he had an idea for. Very Calvin and Hobbes inspired, as you can see. And it's basically just a joke about how I've been kind of defending this movie from a lot of hate. You can see up at the top, I don't know if you can make out in this picture, but the quotes are just common things that people are saying negatively about this Child's Play remake. So, fun little shirt design. You guys can check that out down below in the video description in my Spreadshirt store. And you can also get the classic Fuck This Movie shirt if you're also a Chucky fan, because that thing has got Chucky written all over it. So yeah, definitely check that link out down below, guys. Pretty good prices for t-shirts. I actually dropped them a little bit here recently to get a little bit more traction on them. Good way to support this channel. And it's a good way to get some cool Cody Leach shit. So check all that out, please. Now, on to the news regarding this Child's Play TV series. So, a little bit of information that we've got now. We've been having a lot of questions about, where is this TV series going to take place in the timeline? Is it going to have Glenn and Glenda? Is it going to have Tiffany? Is it going to be just Chucky? Is it going to be a prequel? So many things that we don't know about this TV series. Well, we got a little bit more information regarding it from one of the TV, I believe is the producer. He's the guy that produced the show Channel Zero. He's teaming up with Don Mancini to bring this to the Sci-Fi Channel. And he basically said that this is going to be going back to the tone and the feel of the first two movies. Going back to the roots, if you will. They also said that it's going to stand on its own. It's going to have completely unique characters, but it is going to respect what came before it, and it is going to fit into the lore that's already established. So it will be canon with the movie series. Where in that timeline they weren't really specific on, or how strong those ties are going to be, they weren't specific on, but they apparently are going to stick to their timeline. This isn't like a reboot or, a standalone little Chucky universe. Speaking of Chucky, apparently that's the working title of this TV series. It might just be called Chucky. And they also said that they are leaving the doors open for possibilities like Jennifer Tilly or Fiona Dourif to come into the TV series. So that makes me assume that it's actually going to come after Cult of Chucky, because otherwise those characters would never really be able to come in. Maybe Jennifer Tilly, but Fiona Dourif would never be able to come in and make any sense. So what do I think about the little bit of details that we have here? Well, we'll start with the small stuff. The TV show possibly being called Chucky. Don't love it. Don't hate it. I mean, it's kind of an obvious thing. They've had the Chucky title thing for a while now. Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky. Now it's just Chucky, the TV series. I think they could be more creative than that, but if it was just called Chucky, I mean, I wouldn't bitch about it. It's fucking about Chucky. Who cares? So Fiona Dourif and Jennifer Tilly possibly coming into the show at some point. Cool. We'll have to see where they utilize those characters. Jennifer Tilly, I think, would fit perfectly into this if they utilized her well. I loved her in Bride. Not so much the cameos that she's had since then. Fiona Dourif, I thought, has been awesome as far as her performance and everything. But for her to come in, they have to follow the storyline of Cult, where she is basically Charles Lee Ray now. So I don't know how that would fit into. I didn't really like a whole lot of the story directions they went into with Cult. So the less that we can address that and talk about that and include that is probably the better for me. So as much as I love her and what she's done for the franchise, and I like her as an actress, her placement in the show might not be all that great for me. But we'll see. I don't know where they're going to use them or how they're going to utilize them. They certainly have questions to answer after Cult, so if they can answer them well, sure. Now getting on to kind of the more big, meaty side of this, which was kind of a slight comment, but to me is the most important thing that he said, and that is that they're going back to the tone of the first two movies. That actually excites me. That gets me much more optimistic about this TV series than I was to begin with, because where a lot of my skepticism came from, aside from the fact that Don Mancini is in charge of this, because I haven't really cared for what he's done with this franchise since he's been really in charge of it since Seed. The fact that they're going back to the tone and the feel of the first two movies excites me, because that's what excites me about the remake, is going back to the basics, going back to the roots, going back to the slasher Child's Play. Just Chucky fucking people up. Not having all the family dynamics and the dark comedy and the batshit crazy ideas that we saw in Seed and quite a few in Cult. If it's actually scaling back and going back to what made those first two movies great, this TV series could be awesome. It's only 8 episodes. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel. They're claiming it's still going to be just as rated R as the movies. They're going to be able to drop F-bombs. They're going to be able to show blood and guts and everything, which was the other concern that I had. You can't have Chucky without him saying fuck 1,000 times in a movie, so that's cool. But that does excite me, the fact that you will get back to the tone of those first two movies if they're indeed being honest about that. Because like I've already said about the remake, the fact that I'm so supportive of this remake, one of the bigger reasons why is because they're getting back to what made Chucky great in the first place, hopefully. And that could work in a TV series. Like if you think of like the setting of maybe something like Curse of Chucky, where he's introduced to this house and you have this family. You could easily do an 8-episode series about Chucky in this isolated little environment with a group of characters that he slowly starts to pick off, and there's, I don't know if they'll go with a mystery element like they did in the first couple movies where there's a lot of people that are in denial and don't think that Chucky's doing it, or if they'll just throw it right in front of your face that Chucky's doing all this stuff and you're just following Chucky having a blast. I don't know what their direction's going to be, especially if they're going back to that first two movies setup. But I could see them squeezing some fun out of 8 episodes. If it was like 12 episodes or 16 episodes, I'd be really worried. But 8 episodes, you could do that. We've seen good TV shows that scale themselves down to 6, 7, 8 episodes, and they don't feel like there's a bunch of filler episodes. So nonetheless, not a huge update, but I did want to put this video out there, especially with all the stuff that I've been talking about regarding this remake. I do still want to talk about this TV series, because as much as I might bitch about it, and as much as I might say that I'll take the remake over the TV series any day and give that a shot, and as much as I might bitch about Don Mancini, I'm a whore. I'm going to watch this fucking TV show the day that it's dropped. I'll watch every single episode, and I will give it its fair shake. I will. And hopefully, which is another reason why I've been defending this fucking remake, I have to keep saying that, hopefully both of them are awesome. Hopefully we have this new Child's Play movie that opens up the doors to this new theatrical version, going back to the roots of Chucky and having a new modern spin on it with the AI. And we can carry on this Universal franchise with the great Brad Dourif and whoever else decides to come back in from this TV series on the Sci-Fi Channel. If we can have both of those, that's just more awesome Chucky shit. So that's what I'm pulling for. As much disdain and as much skepticism as I have for what Don Mancini has done, if he can pull it back around and go back to the roots and deliver what we used to love about Chucky, that's going to be the biggest thing for me as far as what I would want out of this TV series. So just wanted to give you guys a quick update. That's pretty much all I got to say on it. What do you think about this TV series? Does this news excite you at all? Are you still kind of lukewarm on it? Do you have doubts about what they're saying and you think they're just telling us what we want to hear? What is all your thoughts on this TV series, and what's your thoughts on the remake? Did you like the trailer? Are you looking forward to it? Are you hating this movie like a lot of people seem to be? Tell me down in the comment section below, guys. And please like and share this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. If you want to check out some social media links, check the video description below for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spreadshirt for those t-shirts that I showed you about. Check that shit out, designed by the great Woody Bowen. And my Patreon page, which is a great way to give back to this channel and help this channel grow while getting cool exclusive content for your eyes only if you decide to become a patron. So check all that out, guys. And if you want to check out some more of my videos, including my review and ranking of the entire Child's Play franchise, you can check that shit out by clicking right over here.